Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse down Salt Town Road. I'm gonna ride until we film the next video. Welcome everybody to SunnyBunch. I interrupted your song. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd goes wild.
Well, I'm going wild out here.
We are here, like Suella would say, a very long time to present to you a video that we've been meaning to make for
Quite a while.
Since the thing happened.
Well,
I hope you're not probably not even wearing it.
I'm too cold.
She's very sick, forgive her.
To look
She's
old
sick in the
lady.
head. So, no, the video we want to make is about why our engagement was unique, why it wasn't the typical cliche, oh my gosh, I'm engaged type of engagement. I think there's something to be learned for us and for you guys from the story, and it's a cool story. So, let's not waste time, let's jump right into it. This is one of the... Let's just start with a bang. Okay, what's the first thing? What is the first thing that made this a little bit different than other engagements?
I found out that he was going to propose.
At the moment I opened the box?
No.
When did you find out?
Is it 2 days before?
It was about 2 days before. Now this is an interesting story. Let's jump right into it. So, literally the day before we leave for the trip, we talk and stuff. And she looks at me randomly and she's like,
please don't propose on this trip.
and I just look at her like, why? Come on. I wasn't gonna pretend like I'm not proposing. I'm a driven man. I was like,
I know he can't pretend.
I can't pretend.
Push.
Clip. No.
Because suddenly, there was a switch.
So I turned pink and I was like, no, this is something I've been planning for 5 months, as you guys saw in the video. And I decided, nope. No one's gonna stop me from proposing. Not even Suella.
Imagine.
So, but the long story short is the reason she said that was, and correct me if I'm wrong, she just felt her life wasn't exactly where she wanted.
Yeah, where?
You explain it.
Yeah, it was a thing of in life I am not where I want to be. When you I want to get married at the age of 25, for example, I would have had a car, I would have an amazing job, I would have been doing something great in my life. I would have been content, so content that getting
ready
married
to settle
was gonna be fun and amazing, and having a child will be even more amazing after that, But I was not feeling that way. Therefore, I'm like, I can't get married now. I still have to figure out my own life first.
So basically she wanted to make sure her life was where she wanted it to be before she wanted to invite someone else to live it with her. And then I was like, okay, God, what do I do? And God immediately told me this engagement isn't about us being having a happily ever after together. This engagement is about us taking on the road together and walking the journey together. So we looked at each other and and I explained to her that what God wants us to do here is not to decide to live our happily ever after, but to take on this journey together, this difficult road. In fact, when I proposed to her, I didn't simply ask her, will you be my wife? Because I freaking knew she would be. I've known for more than a year. So would be an obvious question. Instead, I asked her, will you walk this road with me, no matter how easy or difficult it gets? What was your answer? Look at the title of the second last video to know. But yeah, that's how that went, and I think that was such a healthy way to do it because
and I'm glad you didn't go big. You had a plan. Tell me what the plan you had.
Okay, so you guys saw the video I showed her. The plan was to we would have gone climbing Lion's Head, and after Lion's Head we were gonna go to the beach, and I was gonna say, hey, we're filming a vlog, and I was gonna set up the camera, and then I was like, actually, watch this video. Then you guys would have seen a reaction, and I would have gone and down on the knee and said, Maria. And real dramatic. But then, by the time we actually got down Lion's Head, were you in the mood to go to be jolly on the beach?
No, I was too tired.
She was so tired.
Yeah.
But luckily by that point, we'd already been engaged. Because the night before, she knew, I told her, look, I have a video for you that I really want to show you. And I showed her the video, and she cried, which I didn't expect. She's never cried tears of joy. I've asked her before that. And that was, right? That was the first time you cried tears of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a G, I don't cry.
No, you're too weak for your own strength. And then No, but she cried with this beautiful little single tear, and I was like, oh, but if you're gonna cry, then I'm gonna cry. And I said, well, now that we're crying, we might as well get engaged. And then I popped out the ring, and she was so overwhelmed. She was like this. She was like this, because she felt so shy and overwhelmed. And then I said, like I said before, will you walk this road with me no matter where it leads? And then she said yes, and then I put that beautiful little ring on her finger. So that was one part of it. The cool thing for me is because we got engaged pretty early in the trip, actually because we wanted, my plan was at the end. I felt like that trip was like a reflection on our relationship and us spending alone time together and deciding what it means to take on this path together. So that was really cool. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really cool because I feel like if it weren't went on the same way you planned, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have worked at all. Sometimes the biggest blessings come in the most unsuspecting packages. Man, let me tell you that. Let me just tell you how I knew it was the right time. So I'm someone that makes very impulsive decisions. I'm like, has to happen now, has to happen now. I'm very impatient. And I told God, I do not want to rush our engagement. I want it to happen in His timing. And then what I did, I said, God, it was like long ago, like beginning of last year. I said, God, show me when the right time is. And I let it go. I didn't think about it. And one day, the weirdest thing, on the most normal day, I was sitting at work and suddenly, like, I stopped. And I had for a minute, I had this flash, like my life flashed in front of my eyes, except it wasn't my life, it was hers. Which was really weird, because I literally saw her life from beginning to end, like this. I felt what she was feeling. This is gonna, let me just be detailed, but like there was literally a part where she was, it sounds very weird, in the vision I had, she was giving birth, and I felt that pain, and I felt the moment we got married, not out of my eyes, but out of hers. I felt her nervousness as she was walking down the aisle, her heavy breathing, like all these things, which sounds crazy, but it was the most amazing out-of-body experience. And when I had that vision, I went outside. I was like panting because I was like, whoa, this was a crazy experience. And I just hear God say, now's the time. And then I started planning it, started saving to buy the ring, bought the ring, and a little bit later I proposed. And that's how she got that thing on her finger, and the man next to her right now. Are you still happy?
Yeah, I can't see it right now because I have the flu.
She's very sick. She's been like this.
Oh, but then is my voice the same way? Because I feel like my voice comes.
You're talking like this. This is I'm so well. Just quick. That was a cough. That was not crying, by the way. That was her coughing. I'm not kidding. That's her laughing. They all sound exactly the same. But before we continue with this story, there's something you have to do right now. Tell them, what is it?
Subscribe.
Like.
Share.
And let's just continue with our story. But do those things now. Wait. Okay. Now, the question that everyone just wants to know. How did the parents handle this? How did the black mother and father accept this white kid? How did the white mother and father accept this black kid? Well, you tell yours. What was your perspective from my parents? When we told my parents, how did that go?
I don't know. They sounded so happy, and they were so eager to hear about how the proposal went, and
very eager.
Yeah, how I reacted and how you reacted, and all that stuff. Like there was excitement in them. Like they were so happy. Like your dad once even posted on WhatsApp saying, "I thank God for another daughter" or something like that.
Yeah, something about being a daughter.
Yeah, blessed with another daughter. Which I was like, what? That is so right. But yeah, our parents were happy for us. Yeah. I believe that they were happy for us.
I know that. Yeah. So the cool thing is when we went on the trip, Suella, like you guys have known, Suella never flew, Suella never saw the ocean. So we told her parents, and then the day we got there, like her dad called and he's like, "No, I want to talk to Vincent." I'm like, "Oh shit, now I die." And then he talks and he was just like, thank you for this, we appreciate this. And I was like, it felt special because they valued me as a member of their family, kind of, but then then we got engaged, and I was like, okay. She calls her parents, and she's speaking Tswana, but she was like something engaged, and I was like, okay. And then I hear everyone's quiet, like everyone's quiet, and then what did your mother say again? What did your mother say?
She said that she was surprised. She like, you know, like they felt like we were rushing things, but they were happy for us. But they were like, you know what, take your time, don't rush into this thing. But at the same time, they're like, you know, we're happy for you, we support you guys, but like, don't rush it. Just don't rush it. It was a surprise. They didn't expect
They didn't expect it, but
not at that moment at all.
They were very welcoming of it, and then the cool thing is, about a week later, Suela was at her parents' place, and I called her, and she's like, hey, after we were done talking, she's like, talk to my parents. And she gives the phone to her mother, and her mother was just like so happy. And then she literally told me, no, now I'm not just some guy, now I'm a son to them and stuff. Which, by the way, I promise you, this is rare. Like, I feel like it would not go so smoothly for most people, especially concerning the race thing. Like, she was very welcoming, they're all very welcoming. I had a talk with Suela's dad, and the one concern he had was that I would consider Suela's dreams and her future, and of course I would. So that's all they wanted, and we're really growing as a family now. They protect me, they take care of me, they send me gifts when Suela goes to visit. My family loves Suela. They always include her in like when we go somewhere and stuff like that. So generally it's a very welcoming environment, and we could not have asked for more love in this situation, especially regarding our family. Yesterday, it's been 2 months. We've been engaged 2 months yesterday. It feels way longer, right?
Yeah.
We've got so many plans and stuff, like a lot happened. Not going to tackle it now, we'll get into that some other time. Basically, we're going to have to make a video very soon explaining stuff. The good news is that we're going to be posting much more consistently because we have
time now.
We have time now. I did quit my job. I quit my job for us to start a company, and here we are doing that. And we also have a full day dedicated to SunnyBunch. That's right. This is now a work day thing. So we're going to pay much more attention to this. We finally have the time to...
We're going to take it way too seriously now.
No, not too seriously. Serious enough.
Seriously, but
yeah.
we're taking it seriously.
This is a passion of ours, not a hobby. So we've got exciting stuff coming up, but we'll let you know in a video especially dedicated to explaining to you what is happening, what's new, what's going on. Hopefully we'll post more than once a week soon enough.
And hopefully by the time we post another video, I would have been better.
Yeah, the challenge is to edit this whole thing just today. So let's see if we can do it. But that's the end of the video, a sweet and short one. We just wanted to update you on the situation. A lot of fun shit is coming.
Woo! And don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them no, that SunnyBunch exists.
SunnyBunch exists and they're coming for you. Remember the things we told you about so many minutes ago. But before we continue with the story, there's something you have to do right now. Tell them, what is it?
Subscribe.
Like. Share. So yeah, subscribing helps. We've got things coming up. We need more people to see it. It's not a cash grab. Remember, subscribing is free. You don't have to pay us anything yet.
Just one click.
Bye.
Bye.
And we finished the video in one day. Metamorphosis, Chapter 2. Call you what it wanted, but a change is coming. And we're excited. See you in the next video. Bye.